And Lindsay, when our competitors or when our judges are asked to judge all of them, they keep saying what an honour it is. It's a big job for them, isn't it? They have to come out here and they're asked to give their opinion of what they deem to be the highest of quality. And that's the interesting thing in the show horse arena. You and I might sit up there in the broadcast box, well, we do, and we often disagree on
we do.
various things, whether it be what horse is going. So you and I might have a varying opinion, but our judges, well, they are looking, obviously, for first and foremost for the true form and of the breed or the type of horse that they are judging. And then from there, though, when you get to this level, it's the minor details that are the difference. And that is why our judge will look at these horses, and we're very lucky to have such expertise with our judging panel here this year.
Well, Ken Cameron is leading our competitors out now to line up for the judge. Nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail. And that allows our judge to do a good walk along and compare each of the exhibits.
Have you picked yourself a winner yet, Lindsay?
I have, but guess what? I don't have the terrible job of having to choose our champion today.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that I just get to stand here. 4 beautiful exhibits that we see here in front of our judge. And a credit to all of those competitors. So each of one of these horses, if you have just joined us here at the ground, has won their way to be here. They've won a blue ribbon. So they came out in their class, some with 10, 15, 20 competitors in it. And the judge has already picked these horses as a winner. So this is like, Lindsay, going to the chocolate store and getting all your favourite chocolates. For me, it'd be the Lindt milk chocolate. And now trying to decide which of those chocolates is actually the best. It's not an easy task when you get down to this level.
No, it's not. Well, we will see the presentation shortly of the Reed Thoroughbred Stud Trophy. And as I said, it's not. We have a couple of trophies here that date all the way back to the very beginnings of the Sydney Royal Easter Show. This trophy is a newer trophy, but we are very thankful for the contribution of this trophy. And we'll also see the presentation of the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales Award of Excellence Medallion.
Lindsay, on the far side of the arena, we have a new class made its way in, just commencing judging in front of our judge. Can you introduce us to the class in front of the Martin and Angus and Cumberland stand?
Certainly, Tim. We've just been welcoming in classes this afternoon. And my eyesight is not terribly good from here, so I'm going to go with what I think the class is anyway. And that will be our champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. And we can see that we've got 7 competitors out there today. They've all won a class prior in the lead up to this. And our judge, Ms. Amanda Berridge, all the way from New Zealand, has the task of finding our champion and reserve champion show hunter horse.
Well, an interesting process is now going to take place. Our judge, standing out here, she came over and she spoke to our stewards. She's given them a catalogue number. That catalogue number then cross-references, and our green coat is going to go down here to the collecting ring, and he's going to call a catalogue number out. When that competitor comes out, those who have been following on all day will probably be able to ascertain who the champion is for you and me, who maybe not have been following as closely as we possibly could have, Lindsay, or maybe me. I know you've been following very closely. Won't know until we announce it, but this will be the second place getter. And the reason we do this in the show world, if a horse has come out of a very strong championship class, then they get a chance to work for reserve. But now it looks like Lindsay has a presentation about to take place in front of the Sinclair stand.
Well, over to the Sinclair stand, right near the Vincent Fairfax stand, we can now make the announcement of Special Class 406, Best Standardbred Exhibit. And this is quite extraordinary because we've not had Standardbreds for a couple of years. Here they are back, and boy have they come back in a voluminous fashion this year. Our Best Standardbred Exhibit, catalogue 2195, Maltrit Park, Awesome Collect. Congratulations to Lauren Triton of Menangle Park. Well, Maltrit Park, Awesome Collect, side by Gotta Go Collect and out of Awesome Power. the winner of the Reed Thoroughbred Stud Perpetual Trophy for Champion Show Hunter Pony, not exceeding 14 hands. For the second time, it is catalogue 2194. Owendale Rembrandt won this trophy back in 2017, so 2 years ago, and has come back to the 2019 Sydney Royal Easter Show. Francine Treneman and Kate Treneman Duncan and family at Rossmore, New South Wales. Owendale Rembrandt, signed by Owendale Percy, and out of Owendale Marmalade.
There's also the result for 498, which is not.
Our reserve champion Show Hunter Pony over 12.2, not exceeding 14 hands. Catalogue 1588, Elvinara Park Candyman. Carmen Jackson all the way from Queensland. And Elvinara Park carried around our junior champion boy rider Chase Jackson yesterday. And also placed well in our Palomino Stallion Merrill Gelding class a few days ago.
And Lindsay, we can see Duncan McIntyre here on behalf of the RAS presenting that beautiful trophy to our winning exhibit. Okay, no worries.
Now bringing you the results in our hack classes of our hack over 15 hands, class 498. Congratulations. Catalogue number 1964, Manawood. Deanne Pinney's nomination from Unanderra, making their way out of the main arena now. In second place, catalogue 1897, Laser Envy, Melissa Oven of Wyong. In third place, catalogue 1968, New Orleans, Peter Plaza's nomination from Camberwell in Victoria. In fourth place, catalogue 2048, Royal Oaks, Mystic Sapphire and Georgia Rogers. And in fifth place, catalogue 1802, Beaveroo from Mollywood Park in Halloran, New South Wales.
Well, thank you, Lindsay. While they make their way out of the arena, Kate Treneman, I am down here with our champion. Second time you've won this trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. This pony won it back in 2017, and I was also very fortunate to own his full brother, and he won it 3 years in a row as well.
Tell us a little bit about this pony. Where's he from and what's his breeding?
He's a Welsh pony. He's bred by Darryl Owen in Victoria. He's 9-year-old, and I've had him since he was a yearling, so he's very special to me. He's had quite some fantastic wins over the years, but this is just another icing on the cake, basically, as you could say.
Well, enjoy the celebrations this evening. Congratulations on another win, and best of luck for the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful champion pony for 2019, the winner of that beautiful perpetual trophy, and congratulations to the connections of that lovely exhibit.
Well, just a really special class to watch, and to think that Owendale Lemon Twist, related to this horse here, came out and won it 3 years in a row, came back 7 years later, won it again. And what do you know, here we are with 2 wins for Owendale Rembrandt, 2017, and this year, 2019. Well, if you've been here for the lunchtime entertainment, you will see 3 very hard-working dogs, about 10 head of cattle out here getting pushed around the arena, and 2 blokes, one of which has joined me in the broadcast box now, Jade Smith. Welcome.
Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks for having me.
So what are you guys doing during that lunchtime entertainment with Murray Wilkinson?
Yeah, what we want to do is just give everyone a bit of a demonstration, an example of what we do in day-to-day life in the country and on the land. And we brought some cattle down, and just showing everyone what we do with the working dogs on the land, the traditional way of mustering cattle.
They're very impressive dogs, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. Murray does a great job with his dogs there, and he's certainly trains them really well. And these cattle respect those dogs after a certain amount of time, and he can put them wherever he wants, and we get the job done at home on the land.
Indeed, and that's not the only part of the Sydney Royal Easter Show you're involved with. Where else do we see you?
Yeah, no, I'm involved with the rodeo. So rodeo's on at 6:30 every night, and it's certainly a great event. And I'm involved with that. And
You're not out there bull riding, are you?
No, I do a little bit of bulldogging, steer wrestling. So I'm going all right with that at the moment, and we'll have another go there tonight. But yeah, basically I just keep the show rolling and keep the crowd entertained and make sure the stock are coming out correctly and keep it rolling. That's sort of my main role.
Now, we're going into night 3, I think, tonight of our rodeo, which is very exciting. Who do you reckon we've got to keep an eye on? Or which bull do we need to keep an eye on this evening?
So round 3 completes tonight. So we'll be going into the final round tomorrow night. So we'll take the top 6 tomorrow night into a final, and then we'll move on to a shootout on Saturday night. So, there's some great stock there. There's a great bareback horse there called Cowboy Boots. He's a good one.
What a great name.
Yeah, and then, there's a couple of good bulls there to watch out for. There's one there called Full Throttle. He's got really big horns, and he's basically just like a big old Hereford bull that's come out of the pavilion over the back, really. But he's got a big set of horns, and he bucks pretty hard, and he's been here plenty of times. So, yeah, he's a bit of a crowd favourite, I guess you could say. And then, from tomorrow night onwards, you'll see the very best. You'll see the eye candies and the moves like Jagger, bucking horses of Australia, and so the great ones will be up tomorrow night. So we'll complete round 3 tonight and moving on then.
Now, it's a terribly dangerous and exciting sport out there, rodeo. We see the saddle bronc riders, the bareback riders, the steer wrestling and the bull rides. And you guys that are in a support role out there making sure it all runs well. We've got a great rodeo clown, a fantastic announcer in Jake Smith. We've got you and Murray out there. It's not always safe for you guys either, is it?
No, it's not. Whenever you're inside a rodeo arena, it's dangerous. You've got to be on the ball there and keeping an eye on things. And I guess with this Sydney Showground too, it's unique to a lot of other rodeos held anywhere in the country. It's not a nice sand arena. It's as we can see, it's the turf out there, and it's pretty hard. There's not a lot of give in that when they land. So that's trying to at the end of the day, if we can get a safe rodeo out of it and no injuries, that's what we want here. And I think regardless, the crowd will be entertained with what they see.
We've got the Kelly brothers out there doing their bit as pickup riders as well, so they play a huge role in making sure that our competitors are safe once they come off either a bull or a bronc. But I loved seeing the other night, and I know I shouldn't say this, but Dennis Halstead, the Canadian clown that entertains us all during the rodeo, he got a solid horn in the backside the other night, and it was so funny.
Yeah, that's his job, isn't it? Travelling all over Canada and America 10 months out of the year to get that happen. But no, look, that's what he's here for. He's here to entertain, and he's got that barrel out there that he gets in, and he got knocked over the other night in his barrel, and that's what we want to see. It's entertaining, and that's another thing I guess that's unique to Sydney Show. Not every rodeo in Australia get to see a comedy clown anymore, and we had the famous Rusty Frame decades ago, and since then there hasn't really been anyone. And to have Dennis here, it's great. So to see him in that barrel, and especially if he gets knocked over by a bull, it's certainly great to watch.
He's a lot of fun. We love having him up here. You're not always at shows teaching boys and girls and mums and dads about life on the land. You're actually based up at the Hunter Valley. It is so dry up there at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's really bad, actually. In saying that, we did have a little bit of rain about 10 days before we came down to the show, but it's certainly not enough to fix the problem. But, not a lot of cattle left in the Hunter Valley, and it's been extremely dry with, no river water in the river, and dams are dry, and a lot of places have offloaded their stock, a long time ago, and it's going to be a long time before our big producers can get back up to the numbers they've had. So, things have been extremely tough, and hopefully we can get through this next winter.
We had a thing called Thank a Farmer Day the other day, and that's where we encourage everyone here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show to introduce themselves to a farmer and thank them, or put a social media message together and put that out there. It's a good opportunity, isn't it, to meet people from the country?
Yeah, it certainly is, and the country people love getting away, getting away from it for a few days, and this show's a great example. We can come down here and catch up with friends we probably only see once a year at the show, and get it off their mind a little bit, and mingle with the others that are obviously in the same situation. So. No, it's certainly, they're happy to talk about it, and I think that's the best thing. You can talk to people beside you and talk to your friends around you, and hopefully things will turn around in the near future.
Well, we have some huge classes on here in the main arena. We're watching our best novice hack being judged at the moment. Champion show hunter ponies are on as well. We've got the polo coming up, the police musical ride, the tent pegging. What is your favourite part of the night show? And you cannot say rodeo because you're in it. We have to eliminate rodeo.
Look, I'll watch the polo this afternoon, and then obviously the rodeo is a great event. But me being a country boy, you'll probably not pick it, but yeah, I love watching the Supercross motorbikes every night. I can't help but watch them. And look, I've been coming to this show since I was a little kid, and I could still watch them all day.
They're great, aren't
Hey,
they? So
Jade.
much fun.
Yeah, gotcha.
Did you know that I was talking to Tommy G and they're short a rider tonight? I said you'd be ready to jump in for them.
I don't know about the backflips, mate, but I'd get in that cage over there. I reckon I'd give that a go.
No way, really?
Yeah, I would. And I did have a lap in one of the utes here a few years ago, and that was a huge failure. We actually rolled it over there in the front of the Vincent Fairfax stand.
You're not allowed in a ute ever again,
so
then?
I'm not getting in one of those again, because that wasn't a very pleasant experience. But look, I'm all for watching those backflips. That's about it.
Hey, Tim, you love bringing your 2 young kids to the Sydney Royal Easter Show. Jade's just brought his beautiful wife up here and 3 boys. Hey, Charlie, what are you most looking forward to at this Sydney Royal Easter Show?
Dennis in the rodeo.
Dennis in the rodeo. He's a crowd favourite. He's one of our favourites too.
Yeah, no, Dennis is a pretty popular man, that's for sure.
Well, thank you so much for joining us up here, Jade Smith and your wonderful family. Enjoy your night at the Sydney Royal Easter Show once you get out of the rodeo arena and back into the stands. And we look forward to seeing you and Mary at the lunchtime program tomorrow.
No worries, Lindsay. Thank you.
Well, Lindsay Douglas, our judge over here in our show hunters, all the way from New Zealand. She has judged the champion lineup. And you can see all of our competitors at the moment having a look across, trying to work out which horse is being brought out. And when that horse gets over here, they'll have a bit of an idea if they ran second. That horse ran second to them. But the result will come. We have 1 horse left to work, and then we will make the presentation of the Sydney Royal Easter Show champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. And we look forward to that being presented down here in front of the Martin Angus and Cumberland stands. It's a beautiful afternoon out here in the sun.
You get all the good jobs, Tim Treverman.
I offered for you to go. You told me you didn't like show jumpers, so you didn't want to talk to them.
Oh, I didn't say that. That's a dangerous thing to say.
Can I get
here.
Hannah just to put Hannah on air so we can get that clarified?
No. Our lovely intern has come all the way from Parks in the far central west. She's a passionate equestrian competitor and has also had a lot to do with the show movement here in New South Wales. We're going to be hearing from her over the next couple of days at the Sydney Royal.
Just not right now for her to back up what I'm saying.
Precisely, just not right now, Tim Trevor. Oh, goodness. So I have to tell you, we've got a wonderful program coming up this evening. I'm so excited. We've got polo finally out here.
I know. Is this your favourite day of the show, Lindsay?
It's one of my favourite days of the show. There's too many good days to have a
For
favourite.
everyone who's just joined us, every day Lindsay tells me this is her favourite day of the show. So that's my ongoing joke with her now. I'm not going to let her forget it. But I know polo for the first time. Here we can see the nets are being put in place at either end of the arena at the moment. And it is going to be highly exciting to watch that unfold here on the main arena here this afternoon. I wonder how they go actually, Lindsay, with the Globe of Death in the middle of their polo field. That probably wouldn't happen at most polo grounds.
I reckon at Elliston there isn't a Globe of Death just
You don't think
stuck.
so?
No. It's a different thing, isn't it? But anyone who hasn't seen that Globe of Death in action, it's quite extraordinary.
And this year as well, I love that we can see these structures out here around the ground. They actually bring our high... Do we call them trapeze? No, they're not trapeze artists. They're our silk
Aerial.
artists.
Aerial.
Our aerial silk artists. Up close and personal around the ground. So wherever you are sitting in the best seats of the house for the evening. And we can just see our final horse out here in front of our judge.
Well, as we wait for our judge to make the decision over there in that wonderful hack class, I'm joined here by a Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales counsellor, one of the lovely young counsellors here from a beautiful town in southern New South Wales, to tell us a little bit about how the sheep have been performing at the show this year. Yvette Mackenzie, welcome to the broadcast box.
Welcome, Lindsay. You're just too kind, very too kind to me.
Tell us a little bit about the numbers this year, because we're seeing drought across lots of New South Wales. Has that impacted the number of competitors?
It has, unfortunately, and obviously everyone knows what's going on in New South Wales with it being so dry, and unfortunately our farmers are having to feed their stock so much more and be so much proactive on everything that unfortunately we did see a bit of decline, but we still had the best of the best in New South Wales here at the show. We're very lucky.
Isn't that amazing? You've got so many breeds represented here. You bring judges in from all over Australia, sometimes even overseas to judge. Tell us who some of our champions and supremes were at the 2019 Sydney Royal Easter Sheep Show.
Yes, that's right. The Merinos have finished. At the moment, we have the meat and jewels coming in at the moment, but the Merinos are done, and that's the area that I look after. So the three studs that really stuck out this year was Nurston from Woolbrook. They ended up with the Supreme U and the group classes, which was a fantastic effort on their behalf. The other one was Lang Dean from Doneydoo. They actually took out the pairs class, which now goes on and is eligible in Bendigo in July. So that's a really good honour for them and for New South Wales, because really New South Wales was really highly done this year. And our Supreme went to Demondrel, which was in Harden. So
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, I'm very lucky to think that I know all three studs very well, very happy for them. And they took out the Supreme Ram as well as the Supreme Exhibit of Merinos.
Isn't that extraordinary? Now, you talked initially about the Supreme U.
Mm-hmm.
What characteristics in particular will be differentiating for a judge? What are they really looking for?
They're looking for a really bright, outstanding wool in a ewe. They're also looking at a production-wise, like she's got to bring up lambs throughout the year, and some of these ewes were just fantastic in how they were just so productive in everything that they were doing, and look, I think brightness, stance, they've got to be able to stand on all 4 feet and be able to produce, because obviously with having lambs on them, they've got to be able to feed them as well as themselves, and sometimes in these times at the moment, they need to be able to be consistent on all levels.
That's absolutely right. Well, we love seeing our champions given results here, but we've got another one to go to right now. In front of the member stand now, we bring you the result of Special Class 499 Best Novice Hack. Congratulations, Catalogue 1550, MacArthur Park, Hot Topic, Alan and Sandra Henry's nomination, and the crowd goes wild. An incredibly popular exhibit. This time last year was taking out a red ribbon in the hack class over 15 and not exceeding 15.2. But back here at the 2019 show, and not only the winner of the Answer Saddle Horse Gelding class, not exceeding 16 hands, but now our best novice hack. They will be just delighted with that outcome here today. Well, we're seeing the presentation of the beautiful best ribbon in that lovely purple. Chris Eggleton, our steward. Ms. Marie Tompkinson has been our judge.
Well, isn't it wonderful to see Sandra Henry taking out the win here this afternoon? Always a fierce competitor. She's a true professional from everything that she does. And her and Alan, down there on the south coast of New South Wales. They're dairy farmers, but they support so many of our wonderful shows around the country, and we do congratulate her. Hey, I'm sure Al and Sandra will have a drink later tonight. Congratulations. Enjoy the accolades. That horse has been on song all year long, and it's great when you see hard work and persistence pay off. And to one of the true professionals, well done to Sandra Henry.
Well, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, as Sandra Henry makes her way out of the main arena with our green coat. MacArthur Park, hot topic. Well, we're joined up here by a councillor of the Royal Agricultural Society and a hard worker in our sheep section, Yvette McKenzie. Yvette, where's home?
Home for me, I live in Griffith, which is silly in one way because I have a merino stud, which is actually at Cootamundra.
That's not nearby.
No, it's a 2-hour drive every weekend. I'm very lucky I have mum and dad at home at the farm at Cootamundra, and as I say, Dad keeps them alive during the week, and I just make the decisions, do all the management on the weekend. So
it's a great system.
Yeah, it does. Works really well, and we have a thing when we go to buy rams that both of us have to see an item to actually believe that it isn't right for us. So it works really well. I'm very lucky and a very lucky woman, I suppose, to have my father so much on board for me to come and take over a stud. And really, it's actually my stud that I started 3 years ago.
Isn't that wonderful? And farming is so often a family affair. And that means there's lots of decisions being made in a collaborative fashion on farm. Some of your winners here today that we talked about from country towns all over New South Wales, they will be family operations that have come here and won at Sydney Royal.
Absolutely. A lot of our merino breeders at the moment are sort of second and third generation farmers, which is really lovely to see them come through. And it's lovely coming to Sydney every year to watch the next generation grow up. And every year you think, oh, wow. And, you know, we were only talking today that some of these kids that I've seen growing up through the times are now in their P plates and they're backing in these utes and they're doing a good job.
Isn't that great to see? And that's a good question for you because a lot of people might think of farmers and think of a certain age demographic. I'm wondering, are you seeing a really healthy next generation come through in the sheep section?
Absolutely. I think we've got a lot of the young ones coming through, and the young judges competitions are great for that as well because we're seeing the next generation come through with that. And it's really good to see because they're so enthusiastic about what they do at home. And it's interesting because you see a lot of these sheep and they actually have names.
Oh, how fantastic.
Yeah, so, and I'm one of them. Like, I'm a sucker for a good name for a good ram. So it's really lovely to see. And I think that the merino industry for sure is in good hands.
Well, we have been in great hands with you here in the broadcast box talking us through the sheep section. Thank you so much for all that you contribute to the show and great to hear about some of our champions.
No problems at all, Lindsay. Thanks for having me.
In front of the Martin and Angus stand, special class 597 champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. Congratulations, catalogue 1266, not just a champion in the tennis world, but also here at Sydney Royal. It's Federer. Congratulations to Rebecca Crane of Chandler, Queensland. Well, Federer is sired by Falspro and out of Samar. Tim Dreverman's on the ground over there for the presentation at the moment. Our champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. Been judged by Ms. Amanda Edwards. My apologies, Miss Amanda Berridge. I've confused my Amandas.
Of course, Lindsay, Adam Oliver doing a superb job here in the saddle, riding this beautiful exhibit. And he now receives this beautiful woolen kersey rug and the garland as well.
Well, the show hunters are just such a popular class to enter all over agricultural shows and shows with the Show Horse Council of Australasia in towns and regions and cities throughout the year, and it is very, very difficult to make it to Sydney Royal Easter Show, let alone to be the recipient of the garland and the prize rug as champion. Well, I can make the announcement now of our reserve champion show hunter horse over 15 hands catalogue 2054 ETP La Scala. It's Romsey Park and Terry Van Huysen's nomination all the way from Victoria.
Well, Lindsay, while they come forward to present the rhythm, Adam Oliver, this horse, what a beautiful horse. You must be pleased with the preparation, and to win the champion is the nice completion to the program.
Thanks so much, Tim. It's been a really exciting couple of days. We had a bit of fun yesterday with the show jumping bell. But we had a beautiful day today. Congratulations to all the other competitors. Thank you to the judge and the show. It's my favourite show, and we're having a great time. Thanks, Tim.
Do you not like the show jumping bell?
Fair didn't like it.
Maybe you need to bring him to some awesome show jumping events.
Perhaps. We'll give it a go.
Well, Adam, congratulations. A super job. It is absolutely a beautiful horse. And Federer is a super nomination. And the reserve champion ridden today by Greg Mickham. And congratulations, Greg. Another one of our outstanding professional riders doing a super job down here. And the beautiful Muscala. Well, I think we've got all the important photos. Just very quickly, Greg, congratulations on a wonderful win, a reserve champion here.
Yeah, it's a fabulous achievement to even be in this lineup here today. It's a lineup of absolutely quality horses, and anyone was a deserved winner today. So to end up reserve, and congratulations to Adam and the connections of the winner.
There's our reserve champion. We'll send them on a lap around the arena as they come around. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to our champion and reserve champion, Show Hunter Hack of Sydney Royal Easter Show for 2019.